You say dogs barking is just what dogs do, huh? My neighbor had this dog that barked nonstop from 7 p.m. until 5 in the morning, every single night. I'm not talking about a few barks here and there. I mean, this dog would just bark continuously for 10 hours straight like it was his full-time job. They kept him outside in their backyard, which was directly behind my house. We literally shared a fence. The first week, I thought maybe the dog was adjusting or something. Maybe they just got him and he was nervous. But after 2 weeks of not sleeping, I was losing my mind. I'd lie in bed with a pillow over my head and still hear this dog just going off. My bedroom faced their backyard, so it was like the dog was barking directly into my window. I tried everything. Earplugs, white noise machine, even moved to my couch in the living room. Nothing worked. This dog was so loud you could hear him from inside my house with all the windows closed and the TV on. After a month of this, I finally walked over there and knocked on their door. Nobody answered. I tried 3 different times during the day. Finally caught them on a Saturday afternoon. This guy named Derek opens the door and I explained the situation. Hey, I live right behind you and your dog barks all night long. I haven't slept properly in a month. Is there any way you could bring him inside at night? Derek just shrugged and said, dogs bark, what do you expect? I was like, I expect you to not torture your neighbors with noise all night. He got all defensive and goes, we work night shifts and the dog keeps the house safe. He's just doing his job. Then he closed the door in my face. I went back home so angry I couldn't see straight. The next night, same thing. Dog barking from 7 p.m. until dawn. I called animal control. They said unless the dog was being abused, there was nothing they could do about noise complaints. I called the police non-emergency line. They said it was a civil matter. I was stuck. These people worked nights, so they slept all day while their dog barked all night. They didn't care because they weren't even home to hear it. And when they were home sleeping during the day, the dog was quiet because they brought him inside. That's when I got an idea. If they got to sleep peacefully during the day while I suffered at night, that wasn't fair. So I did something that I'm honestly pretty proud of. I spent an entire Saturday recording their dog. I set up my phone on my back porch and just let it record from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., 10 solid hours of this dog barking. When I played it back, it was exactly what I'd been dealing with. Just constant, relentless barking. The next day was Sunday. I knew Derek and his wife got home around 6 in the morning and went straight to bed. They'd sleep until like 3 in the afternoon. So at 9 a.m., right when they were in their deepest sleep, I set up my phone in a speaker dock. I put my stereo speakers right up against the fence facing their yard, and I hit play. The recording of their own dog barking at full volume. I'm talking so loud my windows were rattling. I sat on my back porch with my coffee just waiting. At first, nothing happened, but around 11 a.m., I could hear muffled yelling from inside their house. By noon, Derek was pounding on my fence. He came around to my front door looking like he hadn't slept in days. His hair was all messed up and he was wearing pajama pants. He starts screaming at me to shut my dog up. I smiled and said, that's not my dog, that's your dog. I recorded him last night and I'm just playing it back for you since you said dogs bark and I should expect it. Derek's face went bright red. He goes, you can't do this. This is harassment. I pulled out my phone and showed him the city noise ordinance. I'm playing music at a reasonable volume during allowed hours, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm not breaking any laws. You're the one with a noise violation every single night. He tried to argue, but I just kept talking. I told him I'd play this recording every single day at 9 a.m. sharp unless he started bringing his dog inside at night. He looked like he wanted to punch me, but what could he do? His wife came outside and she was crying about how they needed to sleep for work. I said, that's funny because I need to sleep for work too, but your dog makes that impossible. Bring him inside at night and I'll stop the recording. Simple as that. Derek called me some names and stormed off. But that night at 7 p.m., no barking. I looked out my window and saw them bringing the dog inside. The next morning at 9 a.m., I played the recording again just to make sure they got the message. Derek came over looking exhausted and was like, okay, we get it. The dog stays inside at night from now on. Please stop playing that. I deleted the recording right there in front of him. We're good now, I said. That was 6 months ago and I haven't heard that dog bark at night since. Derek still won't make eye contact with me when we see each other outside, but honestly, I don't care. I'm finally sleeping again, and that's all that matters.